What is up, Virgo? Welcome to your general timeless love reading. This is for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. My name is Jordyn, so if you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. I'm a master Reiki practitioner, spiritual life coach, and tarot reader, so go ahead, check out my website if you want help on your spiritual journey. Okay, we also are going to be doing the reading with Witches Tarot and Spellcasters. Sorry for the delay. I was out with strep throat for a while, and we are back now that I have my voice back. But yeah, let's get into it. So it's going to be you versus them. We're going to do 3 cards for each of you, your current situation, and your obstacle. Okay, let's begin. Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. 3 cards. That worked out. Let's do person number 2 over here for Virgo. Three cards. Perfect. 1, 2. Very nice. Okay, over here, 6 of Wands in reverse, 3 of Cups, and the 2 of Cups. I laugh because it comes across like this person's lying to themselves. Like, I don't want this relationship, but I want to reconcile, but I don't want them, but I want to make things better, but I don't want them. But it'd be nice to fix the situation. That's really what it feels like. It's not healthy for me, but I would really like to repair it. I like things to be clean and fixed and all of that. 3 minus the 2 is the Ace of Cups. They do have a lot of love for the situation. They do. And the 6 of Wands, I feel like they're just very confused. They don't know what to think. They don't know how. It's a very confusing energy because the 6 of Wands, it's like they don't want to give recognition to how powerful the connection is, but they do want it to come back together. So we're going to dig into this and see whether they're just simply attached to it or if it's truly imbalanced. It does feel a little like distorted. Their perception of it feels a little distorted, to be honest, because it feels like it could be a very healthy connection. There's some ego going on there. I'm gonna call it like I feel it. Okay, we have the Hermit, the Chariot, and the 5 of Swords over here. They're a spectator. This is our roller coaster person. This is our spectator. That's what's going on. This person's like, here we go again. I just want this to move forward. It can work perfectly fine. I just wish that they were not addicted to chaos. Because it's a lot of conflict, and I'm not trying to blame anybody, but there's a lot of conflict that does not need to be conflict. And so this person might detach a lot. This person is just very much so wanting to move forward. They're very progressive in their energy, but they have no problem disconnecting. The current situation is the World in reverse. It's at the end of a cycle. And I feel that is because these 2 people are at very different frequencies right now. And then we have the Lovers in reverse. So very imbalanced energy going on here because we got 2 people both wanting it, but on different pages, and but both willing to let it go because they're not agreeing on the page of let's fix this. They're agreeing on the page of like, you're not budging and I'm not budging. Overall energy is the 5 of Cups, right? Both people are sitting in this mopey energy. It's a mourning energy. It's an energy of emotionally being shut down and disconnected. Neither of them are actually happy. Yeah. So let's see. I want to start with this person because it's like they keep saying they're not happy with the relationship, but it's not that they're not happy with it. Honestly, I feel like they're not happy with themselves. You might not like me for saying that, but they're not happy with themselves. It's not that they're not happy with this relationship or not happy with not having the relationship. They're not happy with themselves. So let's look at the 2 of Cups. 3 of Cups. Yep, they want the relationship. Okay. Their pride's in the way. Prideful. They're prideful. So King of Wands in reverse, this is a power struggle energy to me. So we have the Three of Cups, and then we have the Two of Cups. The Three of Cups is upright. So that's twice now we have Three of Cups upright, and that means there's an Ace of Cups upright. They need to learn to love themselves. They need to learn to do the things that actually make them happy as an individual, because it's going to give them the confidence to want to pursue this and the people and the situations in their life that make them feel more in alignment with themselves. Because the Two of Cups to me as a reader is also the card of alignment. It's the card of being in balance with your masculine and your feminine energy. And in turn, they're going to attract an individual that's in balance with their own masculine and feminine energy, like somebody who's attracting a lot of major arcana or universal energy. Is typically very in line with their own soul, because they're in alignment with the universal source energy. Okay, that doesn't make you better than anybody else. Let me tell you that. It just means that you've integrated a lot of your shadow, a lot of the aspects of you. You've done a lot of work on yourself, and they're just on a different point in their path, and that's okay, because at one point you were there. So no high horse, no high horse here. Not allowed to be on any high horses on this channel. Sorry. Let's look at the Three of Cups. King of Pentacles. Okay. They're very masculine energy. They are. They like to come across as very confident in themselves, very stable, very secure. They take a lot of pride in their work. They do. They like to be productive. They like to keep themselves busy. Keeping themselves busy distracts them from the very things that are consuming their mental space and emotional space. They're very focused on the material world, but it's not because they enjoy the material world. They actually are very... they like to indulge in the emotional world in their relationships, but when relationships become difficult, they go and indulge in work. They indulge in their hobbies. They like to indulge in things that detach them from the emotional space because they don't know how to cope with that. And that's why they turn into the King of Wands in reverse, because that's like, okay, my passion is what they associate with their emotion, but it's because they haven't really learned to evolve in the emotional space. So they confuse the King of Wands for the King of Cups in them. Let's look at the Three of Cups again. I'm just waiting for the King of Cups in reverse to come out. Knight of Pentacles, Five of Swords, Devil in reverse, Emperor. Yeah, there they are. Okay, I like this. I like this a lot. They're very determined, because the King of Pentacles is a mini Emperor for me, so I like that the Emperor showed up for them. Knight of Pentacles, Five of Swords, both in reverse, and then the Devil in reverse. So let's talk about this on the Three of Cups. They very much so want to take the steps to release conflict and attachment, toxicity, like addiction, codependency, all those things that are standing in the way of them becoming this very well-rounded masculine energy. This is a provider energy. It's a perfect partner energy. This is an energy of someone who's very stable and secure in who they are as an individual and what they can bring to the table in regards to romance and the material world. Okay, they want to be able to really articulate and communicate what they think, feel, and want and desire, and in a very honest way. That's what a Page of Swords is. It's the truth, right? They want to talk about this. They do. Let's look at the Six of Wands in reverse. This to me feels like they're not giving themselves the recognition that they already are an emperor, but they don't really have faith that they are this energy. Yeah, King and Queen of Swords. So there's a true pair. It's like they don't want to acknowledge how powerful the connection is, or it's not, that's the wrong way to say it. It's not that they don't want to acknowledge it. It's almost like there's a lack of faith that it's a real thing, right? And that's that emotional disconnect. If you have not noticed, there's no King or Queen of Cups showing up. It's all Swords, Wands, Pentacles. Not really any cups other than the first cards out of like the Two of Cups and the Three of Cups. That's it. The things that describe the connection. But in regards to the individual, no cups. And that is the disconnect that's going on here. They need to allow themselves to acknowledge the emotional connection. So let's look at the observer. Hermit, Ace of Cups in reverse, and Strength in reverse. They're quite literally watching this person like, when are we going to talk about your insecurities emotionally? When are we going to address that? Are we just going to sweep this under the rug? Like, do you want me to tell you what I see in you? Or do you just want me to sit here and wait? Because I'll just keep shining a light on it. Hermiting my ass away over here, Virgo energy, right? But lead the horse to water, can't force it to drink kind of thing. That's what's going on. So This person's just kind of like, I'm just going to wait. And that's quite literally what they feel like. And when it's meant to move forward, it's going to move forward. Yeah, Three of Wands, literally the card of waiting. Like, I'm just going to wait for my ships to come in. And when the divine wants us to be together, we're going to be together. That's what's going on. So they're literally just chilling. They're just chilling. Three of Wands. It's the card of waiting for the opportunities to come in. But it's also an Aries energy. They're indulging in themselves. And it's not not in the sense of like, ooh, I'm gonna go explore and flirt with other people. It's like they're loving themselves. They do love themselves. They love their hobbies, they love what they're into, they love their friends, their family, they love this person. But at the end of the day, they're not gonna like be attached to this person. They're just like, I'm gonna hold space, understand you're on your own path, your own journey, and that's cool. Exactly. So let's look at the Five of Swords. High Priestess. I like this. High Priestess in reverse is the clarity. Okay. And then you have the Five of Wands. They're like, I know talking to you is probably going to lead to an argument. So I'm just going to mind my business. Six of Pentacles. And when you're ready to invest in me, I will invest equally with you. Right. It's that equal exchange. 10 of Wands, because it's like they're aware, they're on the edge of lingering, right? We're lingering on the edge of closing out the cycle together. But again, lead the horse to water, can't force it to drink. They're like, I'm just going to stand here holding your harness and let you drink this water when you want to drink it. But until then, I'm just going to like sit and spectate. And that's all they can really do. It's like trying to get somebody to, I don't know, like honestly, the most common thing I can think of is really addiction. Like nobody can make somebody commit to a change until they are ready to make that change, right? Or somebody with codependency, like, because codependency is an addiction. Nobody can really tell somebody who's codependent they're codependent until they're willing to see that they're codependent and be like, oh, I do people please, I do self-sacrifice, I do cling to my person, I do get rid of the things in my life that mean the most to me for the sake of wanting to be anxiously attached to the person in my life that I want to keep here so much because of the wounded child inside of me. Right? Like, been there. Like nobody's able to heal those things until they're really ready to choose awareness to see it. And they're getting there. They're getting there. They're just trying to get to the place of how do I explain it? So this person's like, I'm just going to wait till you want to talk about it. When you want to talk, I'll be here. And that's not a bad place to be because they're not being mean. They're not shutting down. They're just waiting. But they're not waiting for them. They're going about their life, right? Which is cool. That's a good kind of wait because it's not like I'm waiting on you. Like, I'm going to do my thing. But when you come around, which I know you will, I'll be here. Let's look at the World's in reverse. The World's in reverse, though, because the cycle's not actually done yet. Yeah, Hangman in reverse and the Four of Wands. It's not done yet because this individual needs to recognize the habit of perpetuating faulty foundations out of their insecurities, right? Or like perceiving all relationships and foundations as something that's gonna absolutely crumble beneath them. Like, oh my gosh, commitments of any sort. Oh, I have to sabotage it before it absolutely crumbles down around me and causes me a kind of pain, right? Like, oh, love, I'm feeling the slightest bit of affection. Let me sabotage this. Virgo and Venus. I feel that too. I feel it, Julia. I get it. Is it Julie or Julia? Julie. Sorry. I'm a little blind as a bat, so don't mind me. My apologies. And the type's like this big, and my screen's like this far away. So let's look at the Lovers. Virgo and Venus is a really difficult Venus placement. It's where Venus is like not happy at all. It's at its weakest. So I feel you. Lovers, Ace of Wands, the Hermit, 10 of Cups in reverse, and the Knight of Swords. So here's the person like, I want a second chance. I spent some time alone and I realized that I had a distorted perspective of what love was. I want to talk about it. They might come in like aggressively, like, why didn't you talk to me? Like, if you knew all these things, like, why didn't you do this? And why didn't you do that? Because it wasn't my place to tell you how you were. Right? It wasn't my place to shine light on your consciousness. Because if I tried to tell you about yourself, you probably would have gotten defensive, because most people don't like to hear about themselves, like realistically. And it's more powerful when we learn and see ourselves in our own eyes. And giving this person that space to do that allows them to do their healing. Because awareness, first step of healing. Good job. Proud of you. You're doing great. Let's look at the 5 of Cups. Cancer, Sun, Libra, Moon, and Scorpio rising. Ooh, wow. Very nice. That's a nice little... My mom is a Cancer Sun and Libra Moon. Looky there. And then we have the 5 of Cups, clarified by the Magician. So realizing that this person literally created these situations, right? They manifested them out of their own fear. Because mind you, it's the energy, and then they're like, this is, been here, right? 9 of Swords, 10 of Swords. And then they go through the mourning of like, oh my gosh, I did this to myself, right? This is like a very like Virgo energy. This is a very earthy thing to do, like the earthy and air thing to do, obviously, because it's swords, but it's also that like overly critical of self energy is very earth and air. And this person's like come to the realization like, oh my gosh, like I sabotage this. Like I do these things. I create this energy in my own life. Oh my gosh. And now they go through this big awakening of understanding like how their own behavior influences their dynamics with other people, not just romantically, but in friendships and family dynamics. And now that they see that, now they dive into this healing process. And that's why this new cycle is coming into play, but they're also reaching a 9 that's going to soon become a 10. Okay. So just bear with this person, because if you're over here waiting and this person is the person you're dealing with, it's just going to take them some time. They're going through a really big shift. And if it's flip-flop, just know that your person's just kind of like, hey, I know you're going through some things and I can't really help you with that. You know, that's just, it's your path right now, and that's okay. This is a really good dynamic to be in, though, like somebody who's non-judgmental, and they're just kind of like, and if you think they're being judgmental, like, I promise you they're not. But this is what I have for you. If you want a personal reading, a Reiki session, you want to become a certified Reiki practitioner, you want to have spiritual life coaching, you want to join our tarot course, all them goodies are on my website. You want to join Patreon for moon cycle readings, monthly readings, meditations, energy work, journal prompts, any of it. Check it out. And I love you all. Like, share, subscribe, give this video a thumbs up. It helps the channel grow. I'd greatly appreciate it. And I'll see y'all next time. Bye-bye. You're welcome, my dears.